Alright, yeah, welcome back to Cool City Tech. My name is Ben. So today we're going to be talking about elements, and I'm so excited talking about elements because um, HTML is all about elements. From start to finish, HTML is all about elements. I told you earlier, HTML is used to structure or to define the different bits that comprises your web page. So you have a paragraph, you have a table, you have a form. All these are elements. So we're going to be talking about elements. So first of all, I'll show you how to save your work. I'll show you how to save your work. From there we'll now get on with it. So if you have your Sublime Text installed, chances are that it is on your start button already. Okay, but if it's not, okay, a quick search could reveal where it is stored or could bring it up for it to run. So I'm just going to type Sublime in my search, and here we are. Okay, I could click this, but I don't need the need for it. I already have it on my start somewhere here. Okay, that is my Sublime Text. As a matter of fact, I already had it open. Okay, so but you go ahead and try to open it either of the ways I showed you. It will open. So once it's open, then go to save. You should already have a folder you created. Where you put all your work, all your related work. Like everything we're going to be doing in this class should be going into one folder, so you don't have all your work scattered all over the places, difficult to trace. Yeah, so I already created a folder called HTML. All the lessons we're going to be having all will go into this folder for easy accessibility. Alright, so I'm going to click on save, and yeah, so okay, there's some things on this folder that shouldn't be on this folder. I'm going to take care of this later, but okay, so I'm going to save this as basics. Yeah, dot, very important. The extension is very important. HTML. Once you save this, now your file basic.html is going to take the icon of your default browser. So if you have Internet Explorer as your default browser, the file is going to take the icon. If it have Chrome as your default browser, the file is going to take the icon of your Chrome and Safari, whatever you have as your default browser. That is what your file that is saved as .html will take. Oh yeah, so without taking so much of our time, click on save, and then this is it. Basic.html. Alright, so this is how we start writing our code. Basically, you will start for HTML5. This is very required. You start with doc, yeah, type. This is a standard. Doc type. Okay, sorry, you start with a question mark first, and yeah, doc type HTML. Alright, and then you close your tag. The equals, the less than sign to start with, and then end it with the greater sign. Now the good thing about Sublime Text, so the beautiful thing about Sublime Text is that it does the hard work of closing or opening and closing of these tags. So you don't necessarily have to yourself. So look at what happened here. Once I start typing HTML, look at this. When I click on enter, it completes the whole code for me. I don't need to type in everything out myself. And this is what makes Sublime Text beautiful. It saves a lot of time. So this is what we're trying to talk about. You see that? Doc type. This is a standard for HTML5. Yes, HTML5 is the standard. Always start your document with the doc type. Alright, so that is it. So HTML elements, everything is contained in an element. You can't write anything to the browser that is outside of the element. So if I come down here and if I'm down here and then I start typing or writing whatever, I'm just on my own, the browser will not read that. It reads what is in the body, alright, what is contained in the element. So if you look carefully, we have a few elements here, about 4 of them. You have the HTML element, you have the head element, you have the body element, okay, you also have the title element. But don't get confused, I'm going to break this down. The first element you have is the HTML element. It begins here with the HTML tag, and then it ends with the HTML tag. Now the HTML element is the mother element. It nests every other element. Every other element is contained in it. Every other element is contained in it. It is the mother element or the parent element. And then it has 2 children elements. The first child of the HTML is the head element. This is the opening tag, and then this is the closing tag of the head element. And then the second child of the HTML element is the body element. This is the opening tag, and here is the closing tag. Yeah, so a little bit of spacing, so see what is happening here. Now the head element in turn has several other children, so numerous to list. You only use one that applies to what you're doing. As you learn, of course, you get to know what other element goes into the head element. Alright, but the title element is just basic. Is for writing out the title of your page for the browser. When we run this page on the browser, I'm going to see this basic as the title or whatever you may have. Yeah, okay, so now the head element and the body element, what's the difference? Let's start with the body element. The body element is where you write everything, or where you program everything that the browser or the user is going to see when they are browsing your page, when they are using your page. Your pictures, the forms, your paragraph, your tables, everything that the user sees or relates or interacts with on your page goes into the body element. Everything enters in between, comes in between the opening tag and the closing tag. Yeah, meanwhile the head section is used for instructing the browser what to do. For example, we just did this. When you open this page, you're going to see on the title bar, you're going to see basics or whatever you name it. Yeah, whatever goes into the head section, the user doesn't see or doesn't relate or interact with. Yeah, it's basically instruction for the browser. Okay, so but for the body, everything that is in the body is for the browser, for the user or your visitor to the page to interact with. They see your picture, your table, your form, everything you have, the text, paragraph, it's all contained in the body element. So elements are made up or are defined by tags. Elements are defined by tags. You have the opening tag for the body, as for example, and then you have the closing tag. And not every element has a closing tag. Some are self-contained or empty tags. Okay, tags like break. Okay, like can be in small letter. HTML is not case sensitive. HTML is not case sensitive. So this could work, and this could work also. Yeah. So, okay. Example of a non-closed element is the BR tag. Another is the HR horizontal row tag, and quite number of them, few though. So anyway, for the body elements, for example, this is where it closes and this is where it opens. The syntax is basically the less than sign, then the name of the tag, and then the greater sign, greater than sign, yeah, and then you have, for the closing tag, you have same, the less than sign, and then the forward slash followed by the name of the tag again, and then the greater than sign. So opening tag, closing tag, every other thing comes inside. That is the content. That is the content. So a tag could next a tag. There could be several other tags, several other elements. An element can next an element. There could be several other elements within an element. We already seen the HTML elements nesting these other elements. Okay, we also saw the head element nesting this title element, and there are many of them you could add to it. So for our body, we are going to quickly take a look at few elements, yeah, that could be nested in the body element. Alright, so one example is the paragraph. In fact, every other element apart from this, that on the head, can be nested within the body. Alright, so this time around we're going to go ahead and write our first HTML web page, which we have done actually. So we're going to put a content, and then we're going to see it on the browser to see how it works. One of the elements you'll be making use of often is the paragraph element, P for short. Yeah, so we're going to write our first web page. We're going to say hello world, and we're going to save that. Ctrl S, or you come to your file and then click on save. Either will work. So let's go to the browser. Let's see how it looks. So I go to the folder where I have it saved. HTML is where I have it saved, and then here it is, basic.html. I will double click on it, and here we are, hello world. So at this point you have written your first HTML web page. This is a full web page. You have written full web page, nothing missing, nothing short. So at this point I'd like to say congratulations to you. You have done so very well. You have done so very well. So as we continue with our lesson, we're going to learn more about, we're going to use elements, a whole lot of them. Okay, we're going to be using elements for different purposes. Alright, like I say, make time to practice. Make time to practice. Nothing beats practice. Nothing beats regular practicing. Okay, see you.